Hey there, Roster Watch Nation. Your friendly neighbor Trashman back for another Best Ball Mania 3 draft. 30 seconds per pick. If you'd like to join along, I just entered a Best Ball Mania 3 draft. Just waiting for one person. Maybe that one person can be you. To make sure and I got my trusty Best Ball cheat sheet from rosterwatch.com. Draft is starting in 20 seconds. We are drafting out of the 7th spot. Haven't drafted out of this spot in a little while, so this could be fun. So the best ball cheat sheet we're using is version 6.1. I have yet to use this one, so we'll see how it goes. All right, picks are underway. Christian McCaffrey with the first pick, as the first pick of the draft. As you might have suspected, with Matt Stafford's recent news of his elbow issues, Justin Jefferson has leapfrogged Cooper Kupp in ADP. Jonathan Taylor is the second pick. Oh, someone took Cooper Kupp. The 3, Justin Jefferson went at the 4 immediately afterwards. Stefon Diggs. Could Jamar Chase fall to me? Could that really happen? Let's see. Person may be auto drafting, so they'll probably just take. Oh, yeah. Look, Chase. So I have Eckler, Henry, or Cook. What does the cheat sheet say? It says Austin Eckler. I kind of want to take Henry. And that's actually what I'm going to do. Because it's my team, and I do what I want. So Derrick Henry with my first pick. I think maybe I picked Derrick Henry with my first pick just because I never could get him in my normal league on drafts. It's always just been a dream of mine to have Derrick Henry on my squad. So what I like about the 7 pick is that there isn't quite as much space in between, as much time in between the picks. Devontae Adams just went, hoping for my big season out of Derek Carr. Hall of Famer, if you ask Devontae. CeeDee Lamb goes. Tyreek Hill. So 4 picks away. I'm hoping I can get Saquon Barkley with my second pick. We shall see. That would be a strong start. Henry and Barkley. Najee Harris just went. And the reason I took Henry too, one of the reasons is because of the stack that I could potentially make from Tennessee players. I think that's an easier stack to make than one from Chargers players. And as usual, the name of the game here in these large field best ball drafts is to stack where possible. Okay. I'm going to take Saquon Barkley here. So nice start so far. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, my first 2 picks. Going run heavy. $12 picks away. All right, so I'm going to. I'll adhere to the cheat sheet where necessary, but I'm going to queue up some players. Hey, Cody, Saquon, yes. Are you on the Daniel Jones bandwagon with Alex's season as well? Javonte, if I can get him. Melvin Gordon already injuring himself in camp. That bodes well for Javonte's chances. Seven picks away. God, I wish Alvin Kamara would fall. I don't think he's going to. Seems very unlikely. Yeah, he's gone. He gone. Oh, and AJ Brown. I was kind of hoping he would fall. It looked like he might for a second. Two picks away. Wide receiver or another running back. Do I take T. Higgins with my first receiver pick, or do I go for Cortland Sutton? I can't take Higgins. I think I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton for my first wide receiver pick. I think he could be the DK Metcalf of the Broncos this season. So 8 more picks before my next. Probably be smart to take another wide receiver for the next pick. But then, if James Conner falls, that's pretty attractive as well. I mean, because the thing is, where I kind of am with the wide receivers right now, I almost would rather take a chance on some other guys later than pass up some of this running back talent, but we'll see. It would be nice to have Allen Robinson on one of these teams that I've drafted. Let's do it. So right now the team, as it stands, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson. Pretty strong squad to start off. Potential stacks I could make. I could make a Tennessee stack pretty easily. I could make a Giant stack pretty easily. Denver might be a little bit harder to make one that I want to make. Rams, I think, would be pretty easy stack to make. I mean, it would be really nice if Cam Akers fell to me in this next pick. So then I'd have Robinson, Akers, and then I could take a stab at Matt Stafford later on, just because, which might be a little bit easier considering his the speculation around his elbow right now. I imagine he'll probably drop quite a bit. So 7 more picks. Maybe Akers falls. J.K. Dobbins looks like he's going to be ready sooner than we thought, and it looks like Gus Edwards is not going to be ready. So he's somebody to consider with this next pick as well. So Michael Thomas looks right on schedule. David Montgomery, I really liked what I saw of him at Bears camp last week. So 2 picks away. We'll see what happens. Deontay Johnson would be hard to pass up as my 3rd receiver. So I guess there's a chance. I mean, I could get Deontay and then wait for David Montgomery from my next pick, hope that he falls. Oh, Deontay Johnson just went. So I'm going to take Cam Akers with my next pick. So I could work on that. Ram stack. 8 picks away. Looks like I'll probably go with a wide receiver tight end here with my next pick. Elijah Moore, we've been hearing out of Jets camp that he looks like the alpha there, which would make sense. And that kind of bodes well for his chances fantasy too. The fact that he's probably playing underneath most of the time. Zach Wilson doesn't have to throw the ball as far. Five more picks. Hey, if George Kittle falls, I might have to go with him as my first tight end. Let's see, only one of these guys in front of me now, one of these four picks in front of me has a tight end, so chances that Kittle falls probably not the best, but stranger things have happened. Okay, this guy probably is not going to take another tight end. He already has one. This guy needs another running back. He's only got one. Okay. So I'm going to take George Kittle. As my first tight end. So looking at these bye weeks now, some of the guys with not week 9 and 7 byes, so I'm going to try to avoid week 7 byes if I can outside of Matt Stafford. So I think getting Antonio Gibson where he is would, I think, would be a considerable value. I mean, it's a lot of scuttlebutt out of Washington that Brian Robinson's going to be involved, Jamie McKissick's going to be involved, but Antonio Gibson really is a dynamic running back, and I think he'll make the most of what opportunities he gets. So I think you're getting good value on him, in comparison to these other backs that you're drafting around this area. Chris Olave, Alex, was just sending a video yesterday of Olave in a circus catch that he made, reminiscent of Odell Beckham. Some rumors that Damian Harris could get traded out of New England, which would make Ramondre Stevenson their lead back. At least theoretically. Which would make Damian Harris an interesting pick too, because he'd probably go to a running back needy team. Robert Woods, I love the value you can get on him right now. I think he's going to lead Tennessee in receiving. And having Robert Woods or Traylon Burks for that matter. I think somebody drafted Traylon. um, put some work in towards the stack, the Tennessee stack with Derrick Henry. So the team as it stands: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, George Kittle. So I'm going to get rid of these week 7 and 9 bye guys that out of the queue. Okay, so unfortunately, it's not a auto. Should probably take a receiver here. I'm going to take Chris Olave. Just in love with his game. So the team thus far: running backs Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, wide receiver Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Chris Olave, and then George Kittle at tight end. It's a pretty good looking team here thus far. Seven more picks. Let's think about this. I mean, I kind of lead towards Antonio Gibson with my next pick if he's there. I just think he's got considerable upside. But then again, maybe having Josh Jacobs as my fourth running back isn't so bad either. And pretty soon, maybe not this pick for sure. Maybe not even my next pick, but after that, I'm going to have to angle for Matthew Stafford. Okay. We'll go with Antonio Gibson here. Like the value. Clyde Edwards-Helaire just went. I like him less and less the more camp goes on. Um, Isaiah Pacheco, I do like, and he's somebody I'll be looking at later in this draft. Okay. Let's get an idea where we are ADP wise. So Josh Jacobs still undrafted. Everyone hates him. Otherwise, we're getting close to the 90s. 6 picks away. It's going to be about Matthew Stafford time. I'm hoping I can get Matthew Stafford and Robert Woods in these next few picks. I guess the decision right now being whether I take Woods or Stafford with this next pick. I mean, Woods is a higher ADP. I think Stafford might fall. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Robert Woods right here. Because then I could get that add Ryan Tannehill a little bit later, and then I would have Tennessee stack. And we'll see if Matthew Stafford falls. Most of these guys in front of me have quarterbacks, so it's a possibility. But I think I might have misjudged a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the Matthew Stafford news with his elbow, maybe that'll keep him from getting taken right here. Kenneth Walker just went. It's a good pick. I'm going to queue up Jalen Tolbert. I'm going to keep Cordero Patterson, too. I mean, not a lot of talk about him recently, but, I mean, last I heard, the Falcons still don't have that many playmakers. Dameon Pierce, I think, is going to end up leading that Texans backfield. Isaiah Spiller, I love. Okay, 2 more picks before me. Matthew Stafford, please. Okay. So my stacks are going as planned thus far. So from the Rams, I have Matthew Stafford, Cam Akers, Allen Robinson. From Tennessee, I have Derrick Henry and Robert Woods. I'll try to add Brian Tannehill later on. And outside of that, though, outside of adding Ryan Tannehill, I think I can stay away from any more stack action and just go for some guys that I like. Guys like, I mean, getting Michael Gallup this late would be nice. Don't know when he's going to join the team, but when he does, he's going to make an impact. Pat Freiermuth. Maybe. I think he was the number 1 red zone target for the Steelers last season. James Robinson looks great coming back from his Achilles injury. Tyler Algier could end up being the lead back in Atlanta. George Pickens has been dogging people in Pittsburgh. I like that. I like his moxie. KJ Hamler. We have to like Romeo Doubs. Aaron Rodgers has been raving about the rookie. I mean, he was one of these guys at the Senior Bowl. He had some decent plays, but seemed to struggle with the press. But maybe if he's playing out of the slot, he's not facing the press that often. So somebody to consider. Khalil Herbert, I think, is going to get a lot of action in Chicago. Isaiah McKenzie looks like he's starting to lead Jamison Crowder in the slot there in Buffalo. And I mean, I would just love to get a piece of that offense. All right, so those are a few guys we have our sights on. We'll see which of them fall to us. Okay. Couple picks away. Melvin Gordon, the last pick. So here, I think I'm going to take Pierce if he falls. If not, well, I do need to stay away from these week 9 guys. So maybe. Oh, but Pierce did fall, so I'm just going to go ahead and take him. Right, so I think I'm good on running backs for the time being. It's a world where Irv Smith goes ahead of Aaron Rodgers in drafts. Did not think I would be a part of that world. Isaiah Spiller went. That sucks. But like I said, I'm pretty good on running backs for now. Four picks away. As things stand, all these week 9 bye guys, I might just have to. Oh, Dub just went. So Pickens, KJ Hamler, Isaiah McKenzie. I mean, but a lot of good things to hear about DJ Shark and in Detroit, but I just can't right now. I'm gonna go with Pat Fryerman. Oh, both my tight ends though, week 9 buys. I made a mistake. I'm gonna need to draft another tight end at some point. Let's see somebody we might get some designs on. Tyler Conklin, I've been hearing interesting things about. Someone Alex had on the podcast the other day saying that he would be a top 10 tight end. I don't know if that's the case, but somebody worth maybe taking a stab at late in the draft. I think you could probably get him with that last pick. I'm going to cue DJ Shark. Just why not? If you think I can get him at value here. I mean, he's just too good a wide receiver, even though he's on a terrible, well, he just has a terrible quarterback, but he's never had a great quarterback in any of his situations thus far. So He's got that going for him. Okay. Probably take another wide receiver here. See who's available around the spot. Paris Campbell. He might have to be my next pick. I love Paris Campbell wherever I can get him. You have to think at some point somebody's going to take Will Fuller, take a chance on him. Yeah, Pickens are slim wide receivers right now. Equanimous St. Brown. Oh, I'm up. I'm going to take Isaiah McKenzie here. At Bears camp, one guy I saw that I did not expect to see getting a lot of reps was Equanimous St. Brown. He got a lot of reps in the red zone packages, I think due to his height. And they just don't have a number two receiver there in Chicago yet right now. I mean, it's Darnell Mooney and then everyone else. Byron Pringle just got, he just had a setback with injury. So I think Equanimous St. Brown actually might. I think he might end up being a starter on this team somehow. I don't know. There's still Nikhil Harry there, who just joined the team. Velus Jones, a rookie. He saw quite a bit of action as well. How many picks left do I have? I think I have 5 picks left. So I'm going to need to get that second quarterback. I was planning on it being Ryan Tannehill. Just to make the stack complete. It might be interesting to take a stab at Deshaun Watson, hoping that he makes starts this season. Okay. Taking Paris Campbell with this next pick. So wide receivers this far: Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Chris Olave, Robert Woods, Isaiah McKenzie, Paris Campbell. Little motley crew there. Tight ends: George Kittle, Pat Fryermuth. Running backs: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, and Damian Pierce. I probably like my running back group the best. Um, and like I said, I'm going to have to add another tight end with one of these. I think 4 picks I have left. See some more tight ends starting to go. Evan Ingram, Noah Fant just went. Gerald Everett just went. Oh, these tight ends going. Don't need to worry. about being able to take Tyler Conklin there? No. Six picks away. I mean, Tyrion Davis Price here would be good value. Samir White's going to get opportunities in Las Vegas. You know that much. I mean, Benjamin, we've been hearing, he's running at the number 2 in Arizona right now. Okay. I mean, not a whole lot of players I love still out there, so maybe I just take some stabs. Okay, I'm up again. I'm going to go, Benjamin. Three more picks. One of them is going to be a tight end. And then we shall see. I don't know. I'm going to cue Deshaun Watson. If he doesn't play, I guess I'm at a slight handicap. But if he does play, oh, somebody took him. Oh, yeah, I need to queue up Ryan Tannehill. Let's complete that stack. So as is, so Tyler Conklin, Ryan. So there's going to be 2 of my last 3 picks, theoretically. And then we have one more pick. Could be anyone. I'm going to queue up Checo. Oh, he's already picked. Wow, somebody already took Pacheco. That's why I didn't see him. Okay. There's one more guy that a lot of people are not going to be thinking about that could do some damage. Let's see. Velus Jones, throw him in there. Greg Dulcich. He might be the tight end to take. Oh, wow. Quick. Got to pick somebody. All right, so I took Tannehill. He's one of the guys I was wanting to take to complete a stack. So I have a Tennessee stack and a Rams stack right now. Rams, I have a Matthew Stafford, Cam Akers, and Allen Robinson. Titans, I have are Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and Robert Woods. So I like that there. Okay, so I have 2 more picks. One is going to be tight end. And the other I don't know. Just saw Deontay Foreman out of the corner of my eye. Christian McCaffrey gets injured. It's Foreman's world. They're in Carolina. Who else? Hmm. Nobody really standing out in the crowd. So I think I might take either Conklin or Dulcich here. And then just see what happens for my last pick. Kind of leaning. I mean, Dulcich is kind of like a hot pick right now, but I've been hearing some good things about Tyler Conklin, and he just seems like a player that less people are going to be on, and you kind of want that edge in these large field tournaments. So I'm going to take Conklin as my third tight end. So my tight ends: George Kittle, Pat Fryermuth, and Tyler Conklin. I took Conklin. I took a third pick because I had 2 week 9 buys with my tight ends. Made a slight error there. So one more pick. Let's go down the roster, see what we have. Matthew Stafford, Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Running backs: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, Damian Pierce, Eno Benjamin. Wide receivers: Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Chris Olave, Robert Woods, Isaiah McKenzie, Paris Campbell. And then tight ends: George Kittle, Pratt Fryermuth, and Tyler Conklin. Kind of leaning on taking a receiver here for whatever reason. With my last pick. Let's see. Simi Fehoko has been getting a lot of love in Dallas camp right now, but he's got a week 9 bye, and I need to avoid week 9 buys right now. Um, Wide receivers. I mean, AJ Green wouldn't be bad. He could be running as the number 2 in Arizona, at least for the first 6 weeks of the season. Kyle Phillips. Oh, he just went as soon as I said his name. But he's been getting a lot of action in the slot for Tennessee. Bayless Jones, AJ Green. Who do I take? I think I'm going to take a stab with Bayless Jones. I just don't think that many people are going to be on him in the Chicago offense. And what I did see when I did go to Chicago Bears camp is that they use them everywhere. They use them all over the field. He's kind of like a running back playing the receiver position, just the way that he's built. And, I like the upside there, potential upside, and that no one will really see him coming in a best ball field. All right, so there you have it. The team as it stands: Matthew Stafford, Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Running backs: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, Damian Pierce, Eno Benjamin. Oh my. Wide receivers: Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Chris Olave, Robert Woods, Isaiah McKenzie, Paris Campbell, Velus Jones, and then tight ends George Kittle, Pat Fryermuth, and Tyler Conklin. One of the more well-rounded teams that have drafted one of these best ball 3 drafts. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining along. Next time, hopefully you can get in the draft with me. Maybe take some picks before I get the chance to make them. Anyways, this has been the Trashman on behalf of RosterWatch.com. Until next time, be ready.